Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm here to talk about things that you should really put in consideration when you want to visit Qatar. A lot of people are visiting Qatar at the moment and there's so many information that you barely don't know. I've been living here for quite some time, like not for a long time, but I think for a long time enough to at least tell someone what they should really consider when they're planning to visit Qatar. Now, so many people always have misconception about Qatar, like these strict rules. If you want to visit Qatar, you have to do this, you have to do that. No, like it's not that serious, guys. It's not that serious. But at the end of the day, if you're visiting a neighboring country, you always have to respect their rules, their culture, and so many things. So in case you want to visit Qatar or you're planning to visit Qatar anytime soon, then this video is for you. If you're stopping by for the first time, please subscribe, like, share and comment. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. So guys, let me just jump straight into today's video. Written the points down so that I can make this video as quick as possible. First thing you have to consider is, do you need a visa or you don't need a visa? Because so many times people think that they can just enter Qatar. It's like, you know, you can just do the same process that you always do in Dubai, because Dubai make it so easy for people. When I was new in Qatar, I remember it was so hard for someone to just go online and apply for a tourist visa. Personally, I didn't even know like what are the procedures for you to apply for a tourist visa in Qatar. But if you could have asked me about work visa, that could be an easy explanation for me to, you know, tell you. After the World Cup, they made things so easy for everyone to visit Qatar. Like just go online and apply for the visa on the hayyacard, which I'm going to do another video about that, on how you can apply for a tourist visa and the documents you need, the process. It's quite easy. They made it so easy after the World Cup, so you don't have to worry about anything. If you need a visa, please do the application. If you have a US visa, that I'm 100% sure you don't need a visa when you're visiting Qatar. But of course, you just have to go on the hayyacard, you know, protocol and check if you do need a visa. If you're holding a US visa or if you're holding a Canadian visa, please make sure you check that out before you go and purchase a visa that you actually don't need, or probably you need a visa. So make sure you check that information. I'm gonna put a link down below on this video where you can find most of the information about Qatar. So the second thing is, this I think can be very beneficial for those people who always have a transit in Qatar. Now you can find that sometimes you have a transit or a layover of a long period in Qatar, let's say 24 hours, let's say 12 hours, maximum more than 8 hours. So if you have a long layover in Qatar and you want to enter Qatar, because guys, you can visit Qatar within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, you can go around and explore Qatar. Qatar is not like a very big country that you need like 4 or 5 days. If you have a long layover, this is if you booked with Qatar Airways, because normally Qatar Airways, they always have this program. If you book through them and you have a layover in Qatar, they're gonna give you this program that they normally have for long layover you know, flights. So you can enter Qatar, get a day tour, like you can book all those things. I'm gonna share the link also down below. Qatar Airways normally have this Discover Qatar, and you can go there and, you know, read about that. I'm gonna share it down below. But still, if you didn't book through Qatar Airways, if you are having a layover in Qatar, if you're passing through Qatar with any airline and you have a long layover here, as well go to Discover Qatar website and check if you really need a visa. If you do need a visa, you can enter Qatar and, you know, do a whole Qatar trip tour for free of charge, meaning that you're going to be able to, you know, travel to Qatar for free. Just having the visa, you can enter Qatar, explore Qatar for that maximum period that you are here. Because if you have more than 8 hours layover, that's enough for you to discover Qatar. So please make sure you check that as well. Something else is, if you're planning to visit Qatar and you've discovered that you need a visa, please make sure you have all the required documents. If you go to hayyacard protocol and you realize you have to have an insurance, accommodation and all those things, please make sure you have those things, because you are not going to enter Qatar if you don't have those documents. You must have those required documents for you to enter Qatar. Qatar is a bit strict if you compare it with Dubai. It's a little bit strict. So make sure you have all the documents that they will ask you on that protocol. Make sure you have those documents. Another thing is, if you're visiting Qatar, you know, the first place that you have to step in is the Hamad International Airport. And guys, let me just be honest with you, they don't have strict rules on how to dress up when you're entering Qatar, but at least make sure you dress up appropriately, because most of the people who work at the immigration are Qataris. You don't want to go there and get a different attitude and then you start feeling like, oh, this country, these people are racist or they're not good. In any country that you go, you don't want to be dressed up half naked. If you know you're going to enter Qatar, make sure you dress up appropriate, because you're going to pass through the immigration, and those people are always covered. Like the women are always covered, men are always covered. They are dressed appropriate, so you don't have to wear a abaya, you don't have to cover your face, you don't have to cover your arms or all that. You can wear anything that you want, short sleeve, but at least you know what I mean. I'm gonna try and insert a picture here. There are some certain things you can't wear. It doesn't mean that they don't want you to wear that thing, but it's a show of respect, because how you dress is how the immigration people will approach you. You might even find any, stupid reason to not let you in. Make sure you dress up appropriate. Don't wear short, like some, those booty short that they show your ass, because most of the people, that's how they dress up in their country. But this is a Muslim country. You have to give them the best impression that once you enter their country, you're gonna respect their culture. The way they see you at the airport, that's the first impression. So make sure you dress up so well. You don't need to cover yourself, guys. You don't need to worry about that. You can wear a jeans, you can wear a short, but where does that short reach? Where does that top reach? How open is that top? If you're wearing a vest top, it's fine, but you can just have like a scarf just in case when you get there. You can just put on that scarf to show respect. At least they feel like, okay, this person respects our culture. Another thing is you have to do before you visit Qatar is, please make sure you download an app called Karwa. When you get to the airport, you might either, if you get to the airport past 1 a.m. you can't catch the metro, because the metro at the airport, that's if you arrive early, because the metro opens at, I think it's 3 a.m. I will correct that once I confirm when I'm editing the video. So if you arrive there before the time, then you can catch the train to where you are going to. It will save you a lot of money, because taxis are very expensive from the airport. And something else, that the reason I told you to download the Karwa app, there is no Uber. You can use Uber out the airport. There are so many Uber taxis around, but at the airport it's only one taxi called Karwa. It's a green to bluish taxi. It uses meter, and to be honest guys, it's quite expensive. So if you want to save up some money, please use the train. If you have the option of using the train, there is a train line at the airport. But if you arrive early or late, once they close the train station, you have the other option of taking the Karwa. Something else is, when you're doing the visa application, even though you don't need a visa to enter Qatar, please make sure you just have accommodation booked, because they want to know where are you going to stay. Please, even if you're going to stay at someone's place, maybe you have a friend or whatever, make sure they send you their address on where they live, because most of the time people always assume like, oh, I don't need to have that kind of information. But to be on the safe side, please, if you have someone who will accommodate you in Qatar, make sure you get their permanent resident details, and also make sure you have their address where they live, just in case at the airport they ask you where are you going to stay. Because if you don't have hotel reservation, it means that you have somewhere you are going to stay. Just in case, I'm not 100% sure if they're gonna ask you, but if you're visiting as a tourist, especially if you really need a visa, you need to show hotel reservation, and you also need to show a two-way ticket to and fro, entering Qatar and leaving Qatar. So make sure you have these things. It's very important: accommodation, insurance, and flight to and fro. At the immigration, they will ask you those questions, because there are so many people who are trying to enter Qatar and live here illegally without documents and all that. So make sure you have all those kind of documents, because they will ask you for them. Now let's finish with the immigration, entering Qatar. Make sure you have all the required documents that I've said. Make sure you check if you need a visa to enter Qatar, or if you don't, and make sure you download the Karwa app. You have the option of using Karwa at the airport, from the airport, or to use a train. And make sure you dress appropriate. Believe me, if you just follow the rules, you're good to go. You will not stress yourself, because sometimes the reason people get stopped at the immigration is because documents, no valid reason why you're coming to Qatar. Also, they will ask you at the immigration, why do you want to visit Qatar? You have to know the reason you're visiting Qatar, for what purpose, because they know a lot of people want to enter and live here illegally. So make sure you know the reason why you want to enter Qatar. Make sure you just have the most important information that you know you might be asked at the immigration. And something else is you don't carry any drugs. No alcohol allowed. You cannot, even if you bought, let me tell you something, if you came from a different country and maybe you had a transit, let's say for example you had a transit in a country and you bought alcohol at the duty free, don't even waste your time, because you will not enter Qatar with that alcohol. No, they don't allow you. In Qatar, you can only buy alcohol at one certain place. If you want to buy alcohol. If you want to go and drink with your friends or wherever, you can go to a bar, restaurant, depending on the restaurant. And most of the places that sell alcohol are like bars, lounges, restaurant. And those places have to be in hotels or something like that. And for us to purchase alcohol, like if you want to have alcohol in your house, you have to have a license. So imagine, for us who live here, we have to have a license to buy alcohol in a certain place. It's called QDC. What about you, someone who is entering Qatar? Imagine, you cannot enter with alcohol in Qatar. You cannot enter with any drugs. Even with cigarette, there is a maximum number they will allow you to enter with. So make sure you avoid carrying alcohol, even if you bought it at the duty free, thinking that, oh, because I bought it at the duty free, I can enter Qatar with them. No, you can't. You can enter with cigar, but it also depends on how many cigars you are bringing in. Something else is you cannot enter Qatar with a vape. So if you are coming in and you have a vape, it's not allowed. Alcohol at the airport, also at the immigration, they will not let you in. They will take all those things at the customs, especially with alcohol and vape, because they will assume that you don't know or you don't have that information. But if they catch you with the drugs, you are going to jail. So please, if you're planning to visit Qatar, don't carry these things. Even if someone sent you, they ask you to bring them something, make sure you open their bags, make sure you open the package that they give you, so that you don't put yourself into any trouble. You don't carry any drugs for anyone. Please be sure to check your bags. Make sure you don't have any alcohol, you don't have any, drugs, whatever things that will cost you your life. Please avoid them. Please just know that you will not enter Qatar with those things. With something like vape and a lot of cigarettes and cigar and alcohol, they might assume that you were not informed, because this is a Muslim country. So they will assume, okay, you can just tell them, oh, I didn't know, I bought them from duty free. Many times, even me, when I travel to other country, when I go to the duty free, I normally get a bottle of Baileys or any alcohol, because I know in my final destination they will not ask me anything. But in Qatar, from wherever you're coming from, please don't bring alcohol, don't bring drugs, don't bring any dangerous equipment like a knife, a gun, those things. Please don't carry those things. Now, I've finished with anything that is necessary that you need to know about the airport and the immigration. Once you have entered Qatar and you've got into your Uber, going to your hotel, things, just know you are a free person. You don't have to worry about anything. Qatar is a very safe country. First of all, if you are traveling to Qatar as a solo traveler, as a female solo traveler, just know you are in a safe country. You have nothing to worry about. No one will do anything to you. No one can kidnap you. No one can, do anything, like any sort of, kill you or do any sort of thing to you. But I'm going to give you some tips in case you're visiting Qatar, the things that can help you at least, to save some money, because you really need money. You need enough money if you're coming to visit Qatar. It's not like a cheap country. It's quite expensive with all those luxury stuff to do, and activities, and restaurant food is a bit expensive here as well. Transportation is on an affordable side, like at least I can say it's affordable. Probably from wherever you are coming from, you might find it affordable. But one thing you have to do is also make sure you purchase a travel train card. You can get it from the airport in case you took a train from the airport, because train is quite cheaper here. Like, it's a mode of transportation that is considered cheaper here. Most of the time, if you want to go to some places, they can be quite far and probably taxis can be very expensive for you. Just know you can go to any train station. There are so many train stations around. You can purchase a train card, and also make sure you have an Uber app, because the Carwa app is quite expensive. Using Carwa taxis, because they are government taxis, they are quite expensive. Uber is another option that can be very affordable for you. In case you want to rent a car, you can as well rent a car. Depending on the driving license that you have, check if you can rent a car in Qatar and the maximum time you can rent the car for. Something else also that can save you some coins is if you're coming here with friends or if you're coming here alone, make sure you download an app called Entertainer. With that app, it will help you to save a lot of money. Let's say, for example, you want to go for brunches, if you want to go to restaurants. If you have that Entertainer app, it's mostly used around the Gulf country. It will help you save some money. So certain restaurant, you can get some percentage off. Now, something else is, I forgot to mention this, I think it was supposed to be on my top list things to consider, is the seasons that you're visiting Qatar. Now, in Qatar, there are only two seasons. Either it's winter or it's summer. And during summer, it's very hot. Summer starts from March, depending sometimes. Like this year, it started late. It started from May, like let's say April. This year, it started late from April. From April to August, end of August, it's super hot. It's hot like an oven. Like doing outdoor activities during the day, it's quite hard. Even using the train during the day can be very hard. Outside, like doing outdoor activity during the day, it's quite hard because it's hot like an oven. So something that you also have to consider is carrying light clothes. Don't bring darker clothes like black outfit, like so many of them. Also, carry light clothes. Like, you will need those light clothes. It's quite hot, guys. It's quite hot. A place like Souq Waqif, you can't visit that place during the day. You will be soaking wet with sweat the entire time that you'll be around that place. Make sure you carry light clothes. Make sure the clothes that you're carrying as well, they are appropriate. Like I said, you don't have to worry about dressing up and covering all up. If you want to wear a booty short, if you want to wear, you know, any top that shows anything, you can wear all those things if you're going to the club. Now, that's another thing that you have to also know. So many people always ask me, oh, if I'm coming to Qatar, am I not supposed to wear this? I cannot wear a short, I cannot wear, I don't know which kind of top. You can wear anything that you want to wear, but it also depends on where you are going to. If you're going to the mall, most of the malls, they will not allow you enter there with shorts, or they will not allow you enter there with bra tops or something like that, like you are half naked, like most of the skin is showing. They will not let you enter there. But if you're going to the club, sweetie, wear anything that you want. If you want to wear a booty short, if you want to wear anything, you can wear, as long as it's something that you love, you can wear anything. Clubs here are not throughout the night. They don't open clubs throughout the night. From 4, you can go to places even from 12 p.m. they are open, or 1 p.m. like bars or lounge or restaurants are open which serve alcohol. You can go there, but also make sure you check the place that you're going to. Call. Most of the places here, you have to call and make reservation. Ask, which kind of outfit should I wear, especially if you're going there during the day. If you're going to a club at night, you can wear anything that you want. But if you're going to a restaurant or a bar, like a lounge, to have alcohol like during the day, please dress up appropriate, because for you to get to that place, you have to pass so many public places. So you want to dress up appropriate. It doesn't mean that you have to cover yourself again, guys. You can wear anything. I know you understand what I mean. You can wear anything as long as your stomach is not outside, like the whole, your breasts are not outside, like your nipple, you only covered your nipple. No, you can wear anything. So you don't have to worry about that. Just dress up well. And something else you have to know as well is, if you've eaten something, let's say you had ice cream or you had, you know, a cake or anything, you can't throw that thing anywhere on the road. You have to make sure If you're eating something, you have to make sure you throw it in a trash can. You cannot spit anywhere. You cannot be walking in the mall and then spit. You can't do that. Yeah. You also have to respect their culture in terms of, you know, if you're visiting Qatar and you are a vlogger or you are a YouTuber like me, or you are like an influencer, yeah, an influencer, or if you want to take pictures around places, let's say in the club, most of the time, the most public places here in Qatar are in the malls, you know, hospitals, bank, and sort of things like that, or even restaurants and stuff like that. But if you're in a restaurant, it also depends. If you're taking videos, please guys, be warned. If you see any locals passing across you and you're taking video of places, avoid taking them directly. Like, let's say for example, if you're taking a video of something in front of you and these people are approaching you and you're having the camera in front of your face, and this is something you have to also know, that if you're having a real camera, like you're doing a video anywhere, you can't take your camera everywhere. So check, if you're entering any mall, just check if you can, you know, vlog in that mall. Like I was saying, if you see any local approaching you directly like this and you have a camera on their face, you're gonna put yourself into troubles. They're not gonna mess with you or something like that, no, but they will ask you to delete the video, or they will feel like you are, you know, intervening with their privacy. So to show some respect, please, you can vlog. No one has stopped you to vlog. Like I said, you have to just check. If you're vlogging with your phone, it's okay. You can vlog anywhere you want. If you go to the mall, if you go to a public place, anywhere you want, you can use your phone to vlog. But if you're vlogging with a camera, in certain places, they always feel like this is something like a professional thing and you must have a license for you to be doing that. There's some certain places you can use your camera with no doubt, because there are so many tourists who visit Qatar and they, you know, take pictures. That's not a problem. But you know, if you're vlogging and you're talking about something and you're just like this, like it's your profession, you are taking videos all over the places, you have to be mindful of that. Check the places that you can take your camera out. If you can't take your camera out, please respect that, because they don't want you to do that. Especially taking videos or pictures of the locals, they always feel like it's so disrespectful. Respect their culture. They have no problem of you taking videos. You can take videos of yourself, take videos of the landscape, videos of, you know, the buildings and all that, but don't take videos of them directly. When I say directly, I know you know what I mean. They can be walking, giving you their back, that's fine. They can be walking and they're not even, you know, on your space, that's fine. You can take your videos, but I'm not trying to, you know, scare you or something. Just respect their culture. They don't like to be on social media. I think I've mentioned this already. Make sure you have enough cash, because you will need cash. Qatar is not that cheap a country, so you will need enough money. And that's why I was telling you, for you to save up some money when you're visiting Qatar, like to do a budget trip, please make sure you get the, you know, train card. Make sure you have a train card. You have at least Uber, but Uber can be expensive for some people. It will cost you. Train is a very cheap mode of transportation here. And also make sure you download Entertainer, because if you're visiting here as a tourist, you want to go outside and eat in different places. You want to go and do different, you know, activity. Make sure you have this Entertainer. It will save you a lot of money. And something else you have to know, I think this is like so obvious. Qatar is a very safe country. For anyone who is visiting Qatar, you don't have to worry about, you know, being robbed. If you forget your phone somewhere, no one will do the pickpocketing, you know, to you. Even if you forgot your items somewhere in a restaurant or in a public place, be sure you will go back and find those things there waiting for you. If you leave the club at 2 a.m. and you want to walk back to your hotel, if your hotel is very close by to that club and you want to walk, please feel free to do that, because you can walk to your hotel with no worries about someone will snatch my phone, someone will rob me, or someone will kidnap me. You don't have to worry about that. That is so obvious about Qatar. Also, you have to respect the road signs. Let's say for example you hired a car, follow the rules of the road. Sorry guys, my camera had went off. Guys, when I tell you it's very hot in Qatar, It's very hot. But anyway, I think before the camera went off, I was talking about road signs, like, you know, if you visit Qatar and then you hire a car, so you don't know the rules of the road in Qatar, please follow them for your own sake. Follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules on the road, guys, you're gonna pay a lot of fine. A lot. Like, do you know when you cross the signal in Qatar, you always get a fine of up to 5,000 Qatar riyal, and that's a lot of money. I think I'll put it here in dollars. That's a lot of money. So please, if it's not a must for you to hire a car, please just don't, because it's nice having a car, but anyway, you actually don't need a car. During summer you really do need a car, but during winter you don't need a car that much. You can walk a lot. Qatar is quite a small country, so you can walk. I think I forgot to mention this, because there are two seasons in Qatar, winter and summer. In winter it's super cold and it's so windy, so you want to carry heavy clothes, and the winter starts from September. The weather gets, like, you know, cooler till March to April, depending on how the season is. Something else is you have to know this. If you're coming here as a tourist, you can't change a tourist visa to a work visa. Please don't live in this country illegally, because it will put you into so many troubles. You can't work with a tourist visa, and you can't change a tourist visa to a work visa. So if you're coming here to visit, come and visit and leave. And if you're coming here to work, then make sure you get a work visa. Don't come here with a tourist visa thinking that you're going to work in Qatar. So far, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, you can't stay in Qatar illegally. That's something you have to note. Qatar is a very beautiful country with beautiful people. Also, make sure you check the season that you want to visit. If you're visiting during summer, just know it's super hot. Expect that. For me, I always prefer visiting during winter, because you can do anything you want outdoors, because most of the things to do in Qatar are outdoors, not unless you want to do a luxury stuff, like, you know, going to restaurants and, you know, going to the mall, which you'll end up buying things. I hope you've watched this video till the end. If you did, please be sure to subscribe, like, share and comment, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye.